Locks and loads, engages Ducati's whole shot device. He's ready.
To two, round two, we're underway. Solid start from pole, even though he's got a wheelie, but Martin is flying. Who leads?
Jorge Martin with another absolutely sensational launch off the line, absolutely incredible. His teammate Johann Zarco in third. Wouldn't be surprised Stefan Bradl looked like he might have twitched. Maybe a jump start for the German. We'll keep a close eye on that. Martino leads.
Bagnaia, he's up there, look, in 5th place. Mir in 6th.
Well, at least we know tonight he engaged the launch control on that factory. Bagnaia 10th through the first sector. They completely missed the start. Martin and Zarco certainly didn't.
Fabio Quartararo has moved up. Nice move.
Yeah, he came from a long way back there. The door was open. He just picked up Miguel Oliveira. Of course, he's not got a lot of experience on the...
Gives Aleix Espargaro an opportunity as well, but we're looking at the moment back to Alex Rins. That's Miguel Oliveira.
Fantastic start by Miguel Oliveira, 12th, briefly to 3rd on the run down to first corner, but he's already struggling to run the pace.
The Pramac Ducatis are still 1 and 2. On board here is that. Yes, it is. Miguel Oliveira. Fabio Quartararo also trying to get on turn.
The line in 9th place. Vinales lost 1.3 seconds on that opening lap.
Ooh, sitting up there was...
A Rossi fan, you might want to stick your fingers in your ears right now. He's 21st on the grid, 21st over the line at the end of the first lap.
It's gone pretty hot there. He's taken Quartararo with him, and the 2 Ducati sweep on through.
Oh, Mia properly mugged off Quartararo there. He might have been moving, but absolutely perfect start from the German, although he hasn't capitalised on it. He's down in 18th place.
It's still Martin that leads from Zarco and...
So then Martin by over 0.4 of a second clear of his Pramac Ducati teammate Johann Zarco at what Quartararo right out the marbles. You can't get on the gas too early there with it being so dirty and dusty, and Pecco Bagnaia almost swept.
TMs are going well in the early stages of this one. Oliveira 5th, Binder in 9th.
Well, we know the KTM couldn't make the song. Alex Rins is the man to keep an eye on in 4th place. He's just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far, a 55.189. That was a 10th quicker.
As we start the 3rd lap of this race.
His start was sensational. He made a phenomenal start last weekend tonight.
Zarco on the cutback, goes back through into 2nd, on board with Rins, who's seen all of that unfold.
You know, Martin had 20 or 30 wide, let Zarco through, and now Rins has got through as well.
Yeah, that was clever from Rins. He knew that the momentum was lost there from the...
And we do know, we keep saying it, yes, we know it's pretty well known, but the Suzuki can be gentle on that rear tire, it can nurse the tender late on.
Jorge Martin at the moment will be quite surprised he's not seen anyone's front wheel yet. You just wonder, don't you, if Zarco's reluctant.
For less than a fortnight.
Here comes Rins, he's thinking about a move. Surely a matter of time here before Rins pounces on Johann. Touch, Johann Zarco.
Shout out to Miguel Oliveira, he's doing a great job at the moment, hanging on to 5th place by the 2 Ducatis in front of him down that start-finish straight. He's not losing a lot of ground though, the headwind, which is blowing, perhaps not as strong as...
This time, a 54.9, he's there just behind Jack Miller, the pair of them, ahead of Quartararo.
Yeah, Vinales still 11th now.
Further back there, Quartararo thinking about a move, back on Pecco Bagnaia.
We've got a very demoralised doctor as well. Valentino Rossi's just making no progress whatsoever. He's 0.3 of a second behind Iker Lecuona.
Because the KTMs, as we know, and the Hondas having a nightmare here at Qatar, and look at him go.
Yeah, it's a good start from... But great stuff from him. Binder also a good start. He's behind the 2 factory Yamahas. Alex Rins.
The fast rights 12, 13 and 14. Got the momentum as well, the drive through to 15 and just eased up the inside of...
Uses the Ducati power, winds it up to try and go back past Alex Rins into turn 1, and it's as easy as...
Laps chalked off then here in Qatar too, and it's still Jorge Martin, our surprise shock pole man from last night, that's making the... Rins is having another nibble at Johann Zarco, and he's found a way through this time, but again he runs in wide, and Zarco...
Up the inside into turn 6, this time it does stick.
Remind you of Moto2 2016, anybody? Zarco,
Aprilia, Suzuki, KTM. The factory Ducatis and factory Yamahas are 7th.
Bagnaia there, that was really, really close. Bagnaia standing firm ahead of him.
You have to wonder, don't you, if Vinales in 10th. MotoGP is a funny old game.
It's a long, long race though, isn't it? We know that tyre management wanted, but let's watch this replay of Miguel Oliveira. Jorge Martin got a stunning start, gained an advantage, it wasn't a jump start. Oliveira, just as good as Jorge Martin was last week, absolutely brilliant.
To his home Grand Prix that he won so spectacularly at a couple of rounds ago at the end of 20.
Slipstream and having the paint stripped off that factory Suzuki by the red rocket in the hands of the Frenchman.
Here
he will know, he will hear Zarco's Desmond Sadici purring behind him and thinking, oh no, here we go, I know what's coming. And
we're on the 6th lap, still Jorge Martin it is that leads. Pressure coming from 42, Alex.
The problem here, Steve, is that Bagnaia, Quartararo, Vinales have been backed up behind Oliveira for some time here. And
Martin's up the inside, no, not quite. It's got to be committed. Didn't fancy it. On board now with number 42, Alex Rins.
Of course, that would be Aprilia's best ever MotoGP result. They've only ever had 5 top 6 finishes in their Grand Prix history. Through the red glove, that carbon brake disc.
Miller back through on the helpless Suzuki. Helpless.
The area for the Aprilia, which hindered him last weekend. It was a slow, not slow, but not on his red-hot pack. As that fuel load lightens, Aleix Espargaro confident he can start picking his way through the pack.
Alex Rins still time out, cannot find a way through here on Miguel Oliveira, who's just starting to drop back a bit.
Yeah, on that last lap there are only 4 Vinales. Miguel Oliveira, unfortunately, with that medium front tyre gamble, he's got such a lack of knowledge and experience.
Hill the Pramac Ducati 1-2, still Jorge Martin on lap 7, leading in his 2nd ever
1 Grand Prix and a half yet in MotoGP.
But he's not passing it.
And here comes Bagnaia, top of your picture. Mia, absolutely nothing he can do about it. Free time on...
Set on the Aprilia of Aleix Espargaro. There's still so much time left in this race, though.
Got to say, Steve, it's been in some seriously good rhythm. That's why he's just on the fastest lap of the race. A 54.491, a new race record.
He worked so hard yesterday.
Yeah, he said, pretty confident, having all the work done based on last week's information. They won't hit the same kind of tyre problems that...
It feels like a matter of time before Bagnaia is picking off the Aprilia there of Aleix Espargaro. Now 10th and 11th. Starting to run out of steam, Miguel Oliveira in this race after an epic start for the number 88.
And it's been a struggle for Leccuona and Petrucci, 19th and 20th on the Tech 3 KTM. That was a move made by straight back, doesn't he? Although Rins has taken 2nd and he's trying now to get some slipstream behind him
by the Yamaha. So Rins at the moment doing a good job, but he used his tyre up too much last week. He doesn't want to do...
Taka Nakagami was out well wide into the car park at turn 1. Vinales, 54.846 from him on the...
So far back, aren't they? I mean, you wouldn't put it past them, but it would be some ride from Quartararo and Vinales on lap 9. He's defending well. He's not making any rookie errors at all. He's not going wide anywhere. No. Everything is perfect.
He's the epitome of... Oh, he's there.
Rins was really miffed last week not to be in the hunt for the podium.
True, there wasn't a space for him to lunge up the inside of Jorge Martin, but with Ducati you can see having to make its lap time in sectors 2 and 3.
Died and take the lead of the race. No, again though. Brilliantly late on the brakes is Jorge Martin, and he just about holds...
It's a Ducati down a 1 kilometre straight like it is here in Losail.
9 lap. It must be so frustrating as a rider going so well like that to be passed on the straights time and time again, and Oliveira at this moment.
Binder and Oliveira going in the opposite way, unfortunately. The 2 factory KTM men, not what we expected. A bad feeling from the rear end of that Petronas Yamaha SRT machine.
Back to Rins, now back with Rins to Zarco.
Yet again, Steve, the only man in the pack, and getting away from him, so he's not having to over-stress that rear tyre. Vinales a 54.987. He's now within 2 seconds, 13 laps, and let's see what they're like.
Martin has broken away a bit. He's half a second clear of Zarco, but the worry comes in the form...
That won't we over the next 20 minutes or so.
There are the 2 Yamahas. Lynn Jarvis won't be panicking yet.
54s.
Oh, there's a challenge coming from Joan Mir, the world champion. And look at the Ducati. Jack Miller's going to take 2 for 1. He goes by both Mir and...
5th and 6th gear. There's nothing that the other riders can do. Aleix Espargaro said last weekend, if there's one weak area of this new Aprilia,
it's through turn 16. Look further back here. That's Pecco Bagnaia, number 63, going through on board here with the race winner from last week, Maverick Vinales. You can see there,
he's
lapping quicker.
Break 3-2, his best lap of the Grand Prix so far.
Matt, a shout out to Brad Binder in 10th, who's just...
Medium Michelin front tyre, as he Brad Binder. Really good rescue job by him. Valentino Rossi's taken, didn't like Petrucci.
Not even halfway through this MotoGP race, but we're getting close to that point. Oh, a moment there.
It's more Moto3 than MotoGP at the moment.
Love that. Fantastic stuff. Very exciting, edge of the seats here.
And it is still Jorge Martin as we hit the halfway point. Is Vinales attacking his teammate Fabio Quartararo? No, not, and still looking very, very comfortable on that Pramac Ducati.
The two factory Ducatis here are trying to gang up on Alex Rins. Binder. Pol Espargaro's just picked up some pace as well on the Repsol Honda. He's in 11th now. He's just gone past Miguel Oliveira. Back
in 5th spot. Found a way through on the factory Suzuki of Joan Mir. Can he find a way through on the...
I think we've seen all the cards from Joan. Oh, Rins! How has he stayed on? The front was gone. Wow. Unbelievable save.
They knew that before start. He said he destroyed the front and the rear tyre. Big, big warning there. And then for Alex Rins, Aleix Espargaro. Now for him.
Look at this. Oh, what a view we've got of it as well from Zarco.
Just took a bit of inside curve, didn't he, there as well?
This moment in time in the race. At the halfway point, Aleix is falling backwards and he's now going to lose a place, I fear, to maybe make that 3 Ducatis in the top 3. Bagnaia goes through on Rins.
Well, Ducati cannot believe out of the podium. There's a long, long way to go here. Still plenty of life in this race, but that's exactly where we are. Martin Zarco.
Popcorn here, keeping his tyres cool as he always does, waiting for the latter stages of the race, and he's there.
He's got a big problem coming his way with Jack Miller lurking in the background, coming down that start-finish straight very, very quick.
Desperately trying to get through. Here comes Mir. Oh, touching! Jack Miller nudging him wide as well, putting his leg up. That's the second time.
Aggressive. All's fair in love and war. It was a hard move, and Jack Miller was pretty frustrated.
In the background, by the way, Brad Binder's just closed that gap down in 10th. He's not that far away. He's got Pol Espargaro and Enea.
Huge drive down the start.
Oh, for contact! Miller and Mir, side to side. They bash into each other.
Yeah, hand up from Jack Miller. The 25th anniversary year for LTR Honda.
Well, now the two buddies, Maverick Vinales and Miller, almost make contact.
Getting pretty feisty. Happened here between Mir and Jack Miller.
Mir went wide. Oh, blimey, I couldn't see what happened there. I have to know we've got a race and a half on here. Still Martin that leads from Zarco. In 3rd is Bagnaia. Mir's still in it as well. Pol Espargaro, Iker Lecuon's crashed out of the race. Tech 3, a nightmare for them. Pol Espargaro is the number 44. Simon, you got something to add?
Yeah, guys, what I can see there, and before Jack Miller and straight the heck out of those Yamahas and Suzukis. The thing is, guys, the tough bit about being happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for your observations there. There's so much more to come here in this race, isn't there? You just feel that...
Well, as I said, but from the outside looking in, of course, we'll find out after the race, but that looked like a bit of instant retribution to me.
Nice. He's now up into 4th. And Pol Espargaro, again, closing on Joan Mir.
Poor qualifying down in 15th. He can't get any pace out of that Repsol Honda on soft tyres, but in race trim, he's looked strong all weekend. Still 2nd.
Sorry, Matt, this man here, Fabio Quartararo, who we're on board with, looks like the danger man. The problem he's got, if he can, he's got the pace to win Fabio Quartararo right now. He's looking very good indeed, El Diablo.
People are at in terms of race pace. That's going to pick him off coming into turn 12. He's a bit wide though, and Quartararo just picks him straight back up.
And still leads, ladies and gentlemen, the rookie on lap 15. Incredible. Well, bikes here fighting it out, and Enea Bastianini, the other rookie, has also joined the party.
We've had firework margin, couple of tenths back to his teammate Zarco. Aleix Espargaro's in way too hot into turn 1. That's allowed
that they're able to even still be in contention here. Jorge Martin probably cannot believe his eyes.
And executed as it. Valentino Rossi at the moment, a very forlorn figure down.
Sorry,
19th place.
There is Pol Espargaro, number 44, bringing his former teammate Brad Binder into this as well, who's doing an outstanding job.
You would not have thought we'd be saying this on lap 16, but Jorge Martin could win this.
He could win this, yes, that
the closest
margin.
Top 15, Steve. The point-scoring places down to Stefan Bradl in 15th, 4 point.
Great. He's done it. That's one Ducati gone. He's up into podium positions now. He chases down the two Pramac Ducatis on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing he can do to respond.
Pol Espargaro.
Well, he needs his pass to get back into the circuit. Surely that's podium hopes gone for Pol Espargaro. Did he just pick up a beef with Joan Mir? We know that.
Crucially, another rider we need to keep an eye on is the race winner from last week, Maverick Vinales there.
Yeah. It's seconds off the pace. He'd be comfortable in the points. He's 18th. That's how close this race is. 2.4.
Go too hot. Miller went in, that was nice. Yeah, he was going to run into the back of Johann Zarco. He had no choice. And Espargaro, then he'll shoot down through
the first corner.
So then, Quartararo in third, trying to find a way through on.
No further action then taken after reviewing the incident involving Miller and Mir, which is good to hear. So Jack Miller in the dry in MotoGP. You can't really discount anybody out of the top 10, really. Yeah, and his pace isn't dropping. He's still able to lap in the mid-155s. The expected tyre drop-off for Jorge Martin to play straight back. There's been no tyre drop-off for Jorge Martin at all.
No, it's been such an impressive run.
Nicely done into turn 4. Vinales just starting to ghost his way into podium contention as well.
They made the mistake earlier, but they're all there. The Suzuki's also. As it stands, Zarco would be championship leader coming into Portugal, but and Zarco's cards yet.
No, it's been a Pramac Ducati 1-2 pretty much from the get-go.
Oh, here comes Quartararo.
Oh, yeah.
That was line.
So then Fabio Quartararo threatened this in FP4. He was very, very confident, supremely confident. Did 12 laps.
Boys, here he goes. Here he goes. Through goes Fabio Quartararo, and for the first time in this race, Jorge Martin.
Yeah, they're working brilliantly for Fabio Quartararo. Up the inside of Martin on the brakes into turn 10-15 metres back. Nothing Quartararo could do. Quartararo got brilliant drive out of that final corner. The best drive he's probably had all.
You've got to believe that Quartararo is going to line up another move in the next few corners and then try and build an advantage. Here he comes now. Quartararo, he's just got. So it is at the front, Fabio Quartararo, and it's surely a matter of time before it's a factory
Less than 2 seconds, and Air Bastianini in 11th. He's only down by 2.5 seconds. The top 15, 5.3.
Suzuki winning is to come out of turn 1 in front, get enough through the infield that they can hold.
I just want to remind you, if these Yamahas will go finish 1 and 2, I want to take you back to the first 2 or 3 laps.
Quartararo checking out. He has not been able to get through at turn 15. He's not going to be able to outdrag the Ducati down the straight, and Quartararo easing out into the distance.
Across the line we go with 3 laps to go, and this is now the chance.
Vinales' powers of recovery. Fabio Quartararo then stretching his legs here in Qatar. He's half a second clear for what will be a sensational podium finish.
He's pushing at the front. It's Fabio Quartararo. He knows that he's got
the world champion. He's down in 9th place. He can't find a way through at the moment on Aleix Espargaro. So Vinales, Quartararo.
An excellent MotoGP race. A track limits warning for Maverick Vinales by
using sectors 2 and 3 to try and eke out that gap where the Yamaha is strong with its agility and turning.
You're going to feel a bit rough after this if they stay in 6th and 7th. Jorge Martin is still doing such an amazing job in second, by the way.
Rolling roadblock for the Yamahas. Vinales doing everything he can to try and get through.
Oh, that was clever from Zarco. The speed on the start-finish straight to prevent Vinales from going by. 2 laps remain.
Quartararo's just been brilliant here. 55-1 on that start-finish straight. Quartararo leads then by nearly 7/10 of a second.
There's so many stories in this. All the manufacturers are in. I cannot believe what we've seen from him tonight.
Given his experience and his lack of experience in particular.
Maverick Vinales, heavy, trying to find a way through.
He's getting a bit desperate, Steve. You can see the win moving away. This will be a humbling night for Bagnaia and Miller as well, behind the Pramac Ducatis yet again.
It really would. That's going to sting. Lap of the race. Matt, last week, Maverick Vinales, the best race of his life. This week, Fabio Quartararo, Mac boys of that Yamaha. Can they get close enough? I think Quartararo is okay at the moment.
Steve, you just said...
Zarco just thought about a move there on Martin to turn 15, but he just couldn't make it through. Martin was so late on the brakes and carrying such good corner speed. What he has to do on this last lap, he's reeled off back-to-back 55-1s to make a crucial gap here, and Vinales...
Be nervous for Francesco Guidotti. Fabio Quartararo, if he doesn't put a foot wrong here, the win is his. But now, this gets personal.
Zarco didn't like being beaten to pole position last night by his teammate Jorge Martin. He certainly won't want to be beaten over the race. What was that? Fabio Quartararo just hit.
Has he hit something on circuit? Or has it come off his bike?
I think that might be on a different level.
He deserves it. There's no doubt about it. He deserves it. There's a good battle going on here for fourth, and that's all it will be.
This in his pocket. It's going to be a late disaster for him to deny him a famous victory here. It's all about the Pramac Ducatis. To make a move for second place. Here it comes up the inside of turn number 15. Nicely done by Johan Zarco. Too late though for the victory.
It's Zarco versus Martin for second, but the race winner tonight, no questions about it. A stunner from Fabio Quartararo in an amazing race that has, ladies and gentlemen, the top 15 been covered by 8.9.
By Fabio Quartararo. Monster Energy Yamaha double up here in Qatar. Race 1 victory for Maverick Bean from pole. A French 1-2 here in Qatar. Can you believe that? I'm pretty sure worth the wait for French fans.
Vive la France! Quartararo and Zarco are 1-2 and on top of the world.
Gelaran balap MotoGP 2021 sudah di depan mata. Para rider siap suguhkan penampilan dan kemampuan terbaik untuk menyambut race perdana di sirkuit Losail Qatar akhir Maret nanti. Lalu siapa saja pembalap baru yang siap pamerkan kecepatan terbaiknya di ranah 1000 cc ini? Tak bisa dipungkiri, jika persaingan dalam gelar juara dunia Moto2 musim lalu terbilang sangat ketat. Dari 3 kontender yang bersaing untuk gelar juara dunia, ketiganya akan melanjutkan rivalitas mereka di arena MotoGP 2021 dengan menyandang status rookie. Trio pembalap tersebut adalah Luca Marini, Enea Bastianini, dan Jorge Martin. Dua nama pertama berasal dari Italia, sementara nama terakhir merupakan pembalap muda potensial dari negeri Matador. Uniknya, ketiga anak baru ini akan menggunakan motor sejenis, yaitu Ducati Desmo 16.
Marini's through. He's gone up ahead of Enea Bastianini into turn 1.
Dua nama yang paling menyita perhatian adalah Luca Marini dan Enea Bastianini, yang merupakan lawan berat di Moto2 pada musim lalu.
Moto2 World Champion in 2020.
Bastianini keluar sebagai juara, sedangkan Luca yang merupakan adik dari Valentino Rossi mengekor ketat dengan berebut status runner-up. Menariknya, kini mereka berada satu payung di tim Sponsorama Racing. Selayaknya tarung ulang, kedua rider ini jelas akan kembali menunjukkan kompetisi sengit untuk saling membuktikan siapa yang lebih baik di dalam tim. Bukan tanpa alasan, Pramac Racing merekrut Jorge Martin sebagai pembalap rookie MotoGP 2021. Namanya memang tak setenar Marini dan Bastianini, namun pemuda kelahiran Madrid yakini memiliki potensi yang cukup menarik. Martin merupakan juara dari dunia Moto3 tahun 2018. Prestasinya di Moto2 juga terbilang cukup baik, di mana pada musim pertamanya tahun 2019 yang mampu menembus 11 besar. Kemudian di musim keduanya tahun 2020 lalu, pembalap berjuluk Martinator ini berhasil mengamankan posisi 5 besar klasemen akhir dengan 6 kali naik podium. Layak dinantikan kiprah ketiga anak baru ini di panggung megah MotoGP. Akankah ketiganya mampu menjadi kuda hitam atau hanya sebagai pelengkap di atas lintasan?